Hey Periscope, if you are watching this broadcast, please remember to give me some hearts and share it with your followers. Hey, how you doing? G Collier. Wanted to do a quick scope, not going to be long today. Wanted to talk about bankruptcy and why bankruptcy is really the easy way out. And what do I mean by that? So I had a someone that I know had give me a call. I had been talking to her for a while. Usually when I do consultations, there is a fee involved, and so she had paid the fee even though I know her. But we had a follow-up question about what she has going on. So really, she's under a lot of pressure. And what happens is that most individuals, when they file for bankruptcy or they're looking to file for bankruptcy, because basically our conversation pretty much was about I'm thinking about working with you, but I'm also going to see a bankruptcy attorney as well. So I said to her, I said, well, you know what? I could tell you this. If you are considering talking to a bankruptcy attorney, pretty much the decision is made, because the goal of a bankruptcy attorney is to make sure that if when you walk out that office, you decide, basically the goal is that he's going to get you to file for bankruptcy, because that's what he's in the business in. He is not going, or he or she is not going to tell you, hey, I don't think you should file for bankruptcy. Now, the only way that can happen, and I'm going to share a true story with myself. Years ago, back, when I was financially struggling, I'm going back about 18 years ago. And, I've talked about my story, in my book, as well as I talked about it on other scopes. And I had went to see a bankruptcy attorney too, because I just wanted relief. That's why I said, I understand where she's coming from. She's overwhelmed. She wants relief. And let me tell you, the only reason why that bankruptcy attorney decided not to do business with me or wanted me to become a client is because when he asked me about income, I didn't have any. The only income that I had was unemployment. So it was either one or two things. He was probably thinking, well, there's a good chance that she may not be able to pay me, or it's a good chance that when everything is presented to the courts, you may not be you may not have the funds to pay the trustee, the courts, when your debts are being restructured. So I had did a video a few years ago about why I was basically too broke to file for bankruptcy. And so that was my story, but that's the best thing that could have ever happened, because later on down the road, I decided to go into a career and that was in the area of financial services, because I wasn't doing that work at the time because I was unemployed. Would have prevented me from, I would have been prevented from doing it. Why? Is because they always ask you, have you filed for bankruptcy? I say all that to say is that another thing I learned in that whole process is that bankruptcy is really just a quick fix. It's a quick fix to a long-term problem that a person has. And like I explained to her, I said most individuals think that the reason why they're in the situation that they are in is because of the external factors. What is that? I lost my job. Oh, I got divorced. Oh, someone stole my identity. The list goes on and on. And those are only external things. It is not the real root to why you are having the problems that you're having. And so what happens is that, yes, bankruptcy allows you to hit the reset button. Yes, it gives you a temporary fix. You now have that pressure off of you. But what happens is and most is that most consumers do not know, that creditors know, that an individual who has filed bankruptcy, if you ever known someone who filed for bankruptcy or yourself, what's the first thing they say? Oh man, after 6 to 9 months, maybe 18, I started getting all these credit card offers, and I got and they also I was able to get a credit card. Because, see, they know the financial habits that most people do not know about themselves. And they know that if a person got in debt one time, he or she can get into debt 2 times, 3 times, and so on. And so that's why I decided to make this scope about and video about why it's a temporary fix. So if you are someone who is really serious about what is going on with their financial situation, I always say anything you ever want to learn, you can learn from a book. Of course, I'm going to also always plug my book. You can get started there. But there's a whole host of other books that help you with, your financial situation, with financial literacy, to empower you economically so you don't have to face filing for bankruptcy. So once again, this is Lorelia. Like I said, if you're watching the replay, give me stars, give me hearts. Also, I'm going to be repurposing this, and I'm going to have it on YouTube. So please, my YouTube subscribers, please give me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I look forward to talking to you next go. Bye-bye.